Good afternoon. Ryan Gilman and Joe O'Keefe here with our podcast, Two Lawyers Drinking Beer. Is that what we're calling it now?
Two Lawyers Drinking Beer.
Okay.
And discussing law liberally, but it was too long for the video weenie.
Our producer decided to chop off that end, so
yeah.
If you're a real fan, if you're into the deep cuts of this show.
If I only had $1 every time somebody bitched it was too long. Anyway.
Hey! We're here at the
so this is the week.
Beerworks.
This is the week of 420. And for those of you who don't know, 420 is associated with marijuana or cannabis use. And there's a big party planned in the Springs. Now the question is, do the people going to the 420 celebration realize that party may be being planned by Colorado State Police and the other police? Translated, hey idiots, use Uber. Thank you.
Yeah, if you're an Uber driver, 420, you can make a lot of money.
A lot of money.
So I suggest you all hit the streets that day.
Head out by the vape lounge and just hang out, and anybody walking with car keys in hand, smack them out of their hand. They'll thank you later.
Right. But before we get too deep into this topic, Joe forgot to tell the audience what we're drinking to this afternoon, Joe.
We're drinking beer at FH Beerworks
what beer?
on Tejon Street.
We got to give our little shout out.
Well, I always drink a Good Day IPA.
Okay, Joe, not
because every day is a good day, especially if you have an IPA.
He's good at that. I'm drinking the Pink Boots. I switch it up unlike Joe.
What?
Pink Boots. It's new on there.
He's secure in his masculinity.
Yeah.
Let it be.
I was hoping it was pink, but anyway.
Yeah, why would they call it Pink Boots?
I'll ask Monica. Maybe we can get Monica on,
Monica won't show up on the video.
We're going to have to pay her. Yeah. So anyway, 420 rally, that is the news of the week here. We got to say that it's changed a lot since I went to my first 420 rally in 2009. The campus, yeah, I mean, it was in Boulder.
Hippie.
Now it's definitely a more than just a celebration of pot. I will put it that way.
Back in my day, you ran from the cops and hid it.
We had to run from the cops too. When they turned the sprinklers on.
Oh, that's rough. Sprinklers.
Very rough.
You probably needed a bath.
I mean, I think a lot of people in that crowd needed a bath.
They could.
Honestly, I undoubtedly. The patchouli does not really work on BO like they think it does.
I don't get like dreadlocks. I don't.
I mean, you don't have. Well, I mean, you sort of have the problem. You could do it if you want.
But while we're talking about that, so Mr. Producer Gabe, did you realize there was a study that came out that said men with beards have more bacteria and germs in their beards than a dog does, even after it licks another dog's ass? Just saying. It's a true story. I'm going to find
people
it for you.
Tell him.
I know you don't believe me,
it's like
but
the Donald Trump thing. People tell him.
No. It was an actual.
Learned it on Fox and Friends.
I swear to you, this was an actual study. Beard bacteria. Watch this.
This is compelling, Joe. Anyway.
Beard bacteria is super. Yeah, it's true.
Very compelling content we got. Joe looking up beard bacteria.
Beard bacteria survey compares facial hair to fecal matter. Oops.
I feel
a
like
a man's beard may be carrying as much bacteria as his toilet.
May.
Gabe.
May.
You're a young man.
No.
What?
No, I'm saying.
When's the last
Joe,
time you shaved? I mean, you're heading.
It's been maybe. This might be 6 months.
I mean, it's a wonderful beard, but you ought to read this. It's true.
No, it's not true. Look,
it's true.
Oh, what was the sample size? How did they do? Joe, we're trial lawyers. We have to be
right on top.
skeptical.
Do you see what it says on top? Health, lifestyle. Why would they lie? Health and lifestyle.
I'm sure this dude Tobias, whoever he is very credible.
It's no bias, not
no bias. No, it said Tobias.
It said no bias.
Like Tobias.
Someone thinks he's a bit protesting too much.
I'm just saying that anytime I read anything that's like, science says, go and read the actual article that they say science says, and you're going to find terrible research. I mean, it's actually quite the scandal.
Come on, I follow the FDA. I know better.
There ain't no... Look, sometimes if you think university scientists are bad, just look at government scientists if you really want to know the ones who really don't know what they're talking about. But that's for another podcast. Anyway...
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You're going to want to, like all three of you out there watching us, tell a friend, because soon you're going to want to watch. It gets better.
details to come. Anyway, so 420, Joe. Do you know the origins of the 420? Like why?
A bunch of guys in California used to go meet out at the last bell to smoke weed at 420. Everybody knows that.
That's the official
Ryan, that was
story.
before you were born.
No, that's the official. No, haven't you heard that it was also in California the code that they would call in? We got a 420. And if you listen to the conspiracy theorists, because it's Hitler's birthday, the pot smokers are really big Nazis. But I don't think that's right.
Ryan, you were born in the 80s. Thank you.
What's right? The 80s were a great
Never
decade.
listen to anybody born in the 80s when it comes to the origins of 420. They don't know shit. Go watch the movie Dazed and Confused, then maybe you'll get a clue.
Is that a documentary film, Joe?
It is truly that was my high school upbringing. It was.
Did they were you a creative consultant on the film?
We'd have to remember it.
Fair enough.
I mean, that was the biggest problem. You'd have to recall it. But no, so an automotive shop, we always used to fight over certain teachers' cars to do the oil changes on because hypothetically they had the best roaches in their ashtray. I mean, that was just the way
Which one
things
had the
were.
best roaches in the ashtray? Like if you had to like rank it, the art teacher, the science teacher, like
The shop teacher.
shop teacher. Okay.
It was the shop teacher, yeah, definitely.
That makes sense actually.
The shop teacher.
It enhances creativity, right? But I don't know. I gotta say that the 420 rallies have kind of transformed into, at least in my opinion, I guess reasonable minds can
Stupid
differ.
shit.
Well, it's more a
You know what?
celebration.
It's stupid. You know what? You're not supposed to be smoking it out in public. You're not supposed to be acting like an asshole. And you know what everybody's going to go out and do? Exactly that.
And I guess that's the issue. Is I
Right.
think it's
In front of kids, families. I mean, come on.
well, I think a lot of people have transformed what was an actual social political protest into more a celebration of drug culture, which
Well, you know what? I don't care. How do you celebrate? How do you celebrate drugs when you have children around? It's inappropriate. We're not talking about a
just-
CBD
marijuana
rally.
is
We're
not
not
a
talking
drug,
about a
but-
CBD rally. No, it is a drug.
Well,
It may not belong in the Schedule 1 list, but it is. And I
Yeah.
get news for you. When I had when my kids were underage, you better not be putting them around marijuana. Come on.
I don't think. Well, I mean, although in Colorado, fair enough. If you have a medical card, a child can get a medical card in Colorado.
That's for medical.
So
There's how many people are going to be celebrating medical cards on Saturday? You know what you're going to have? A bunch of assholes out there acting like they can do whatever they want. And guess what? Our number is 888-5882. And we do flat fees because you're going to get arrested.
well, Joe's very pessimistic. I mean,
I'm
I
not
want to say a
pessimistic, I'm a
will.
realist. You're gonna get popped.
But it's true, and we deal. I've dealt with these cases a number of times, and honestly, they're all real winnable. Essentially, what we've done in Colorado.
Well, the best way to win it is to avoid it. But since you're not going to, 888-5882.
Well, and that's the thing. If you're going to disregard Mr. O'Keefe's sage wisdom, which I say do whatever Joe tells you to do. He's a smart guy. But the issue is that first I want you to know if you do decide to drive and you do get popped, you still have rights. Okay.
Shut the fuck up. That's
the
one.
first one.
Shut the fuck up.
And
They come up to your window. You put it down. Hello, officer. You hand them their license and information. They want to ask you where you've been, what you're doing. I presume not to speak about where I've been, officer. Am I under arrest? It's about that time they're going to tell you to get out of the car, but and to do a sobriety test. But guess what? Shut the fuck up.
And
if they ask if you've been drinking, say, "Your officer, may I go?" And then when they get you out, then you do what they do. But you shut the fuck up.
well, and one thing I want to stress very, very much is that you have a right to not perform roadside maneuvers.
But what happens to your license if you
No,
don't?
you don't know. That's only if you don't submit to the chemical test.
No.
So you can refute, because in Colorado, that's testimony. It's testimonial. And because it's testimonial, you have a Fifth Amendment right to not participate.
Well, wait a minute. But you can't just say, I'm not going to participate and drive away, Ryan.
Well, that's the funny thing.
You can't.
Is that to trigger the express consent law in Colorado, the officer has to have probable cause. Now, this is actually how we win some
I
of
got
these.
news for you. Cop 101. They learn how to invent probable cause.
Okay, but here's some of the
dumbest rookies I've seen can invent probable cause.
But I'll put it this way: I had a case.
I'm sorry, I smelled a fart. Oh, probable cause.
Okay, but Joe, I'm going to give you an example of a case I had not that long ago. Person pulled over.
It takes a really stupid cop not to articulate probable
this
cause.
was a 22-year state patroller. His probable cause was that he detected green particles on my client's tongue.
While he's driving at 85 miles an hour or 70 miles an hour.
3 miles an hour over. But speeding is not probable cause of drug intoxication.
No. My point is he saw that. But yeah.
No, but that's the thing. Is like sometimes
he couldn't even say failure to signal for a lane change.
Oh, I was shocked.
Shout out to back east, #1 DUI guy in County for a good 2-3 years. Until someone noted 85% of his probable cause was failure to signal a left turn. Sorry, had to do it.
Well, it's true. And the biggest thing I always tell people, do not do roadsides. As many people say, you can't pass them
Monica,
sober.
you're a wimp. Ms. Monica, you're a wimp.
We're going to describe Monica again, shying away.
But Monica, you missed it. We just read him a study that... Monica, you're a wimp.
What the hell is going on here?
Monica's
is she coming in?
There she is, Monica. Come
she
on.
coming in?
Monica.
Oh, boo.
And it's a shame.
Catch
She's
her
a
someday.
lovely lady and she runs a great business, so we don't get this.
Not everybody is as big a ham as you are, Joe.
I keep a low profile.
I mean, allegedly.
I keep a low profile.
Just like so many things, allegedly, you keep a low profile.
Purportedly.
People tell me that you keep a low profile.
That's hearsay. That doesn't count.
Hey, in arbitration it does. So that's the thing is I want to stress, if you are going to be a dumbass and not listen to Joe's advice and staying out of the car.
You know what I don't get? It's really simple. Go out, get fucked up, have a great time. For less than $25, you can get a ride anywhere you want. Why are you such an asshole that you think it doesn't matter? Forget it. I'm not going to judge.
No, but
when you do, I don't want to hear you bitch when you're forking out a check, because we're the lowest fat fees in Colorado Springs, but you're going to pay. And our number is 888-5882.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, for you idiots who may also have like guns in the car, our flat fee is going to be pretty much 2 to 3 times what it would be for just getting caught stupidly driving. And I know you all can't help yourselves. You think you need them. You might. But I'm telling you, wake up.
Guns plus drugs equals mandatory minimums is what I tell people.
And listen, you could think that, hey, Ryan, I have a concealed permit, but I'm going to 420 to hang out and smoke marijuana in a vape lounge. How's that going to go over if a Fed walks in?
Not real well, because as a part of your application, you have to affirm you're not a habitual drug user.
And a habitual drug user in federal law is?
You did it once. That's all it takes.
Right? Now you throw in a gun. Talking federal felonies, people.
So, I mean, again, if you're gonna,
By the way, I disagree with this did it once. I kicked their ass in court on that, but it's telling enough that it's a concern.
Convictions have been sustained at the appellate level.
But you know what? It doesn't matter.
The evidence
it
was
doesn't
only
matter
once.
because the people I'm talking to, you've done it more than once. You probably carry around a standard THC level that would choke a horse.
I'll put it this way. I wonder how many 420 rally participants, it's like that's the first time they've ever smoked pot. Like, I really wonder if that is anybody.
Happens all the time. Right along with the poppy seed bagels and, poppy seed bagels.
That's legit.
And somebody must have slipped something in their beer because they only had one.
I mean, if your name's that's the excuse, right?
Oh!
But anyway, but it is. You got to stay safe out there because the police are out there to arrest you and prosecute you. That's their job, and they want to do it well. And if you do stay out of trouble.
Look. It's simple. It's their job. They're professionals. You're an amateur. No matter how good you think you are, I've been around the best of the best. I've represented the best of the best. I got news for you. You're a fucking amateur. Really. Seriously. You're not that good. So 888-5882. And oh, by the way, make sure you have enough cash stashed somewhere so that when it comes time to pay us a retainer, we don't have to explain to the feds that it was part of an ill-gotten gain, which means your mom or dad putting up their house.
And I hate to say it, that's
the way it is.
The way it is. It's just a trick of the drug war. The drug war is still going on.
Well, the problem is
you can't fool yourself.
There's a backlash coming, and people don't realize it. And that backlash is coming, and it's going to go against the outliers. An outlier is somebody who is so far out what the legal mainstream is that when they're targeted, the average person says, "Yay!" And that's going to include legal marijuana. Illegal cannabis.
Well, I mean, look, here's the deal, right?
Legal cannabis once, illegal cannabis busted.
Oh, for sure. Well, it's just like anything. It's just like when that prohibition going away, and the bootleggers wanting dry counties, right? You have.
Although my grandmother made bathtub gin until she was 78 and almost blinded someone, but that's another story.
We're gonna have our own podcast on Joe's family history. It'll go for fucking years, probably.
You'll never believe it. You won't. And my mom, God bless her soul, is half demented, so she'd deny it anyway. Now my old man,
like they should.
He'll admit it.
Anyway, but yeah, Joe and I are going to be avoiding the 420 celebrations this weekend, or at least I am. I mean, I didn't.
Well, no, I'm on call. I've already made sure a couple people have my number. I'm on call. See, Ryan lives in a no cell zone.
I live in a concrete bunker. Is what it is.
No. Those who know have my cell number. It's not going to be cheap, but it will be 24/7. But it's not going to be cheap.
I mean,
I guarantee you, at least one of you is going to make that call. Who's going to be first?
Well, why I sincerely hope none of you get in trouble this weekend.
I do. I got a kid I got one more year of college tuition.
Joe, where's the whole that you just hope that everybody stays out of trouble and doesn't violate the law?
Nobody likes a kumbaya lawyer. I'm sorry. We make no money. You know what? I would really be pissed off at the idiots out there, except for one thing. You're putting my kids through a Division I school. That's how good I am. Who's going to be the one called this weekend?
I mean, at least you know where your money's going, and it's going to worthy causes.
Yeah, me.
Better than hookers and blow, right? I mean, if that was how you're going to say you're going to use their money, people might react differently. Maybe more positively.
Back in the day, maybe, but I was never into blow. And hookers,
just the hookers.
Why pay for it?
It's true. Never pay for it.
No. You did hear. You did hear about the big kudos I got in Vegas with my wife, right?
Oh yeah. No, you told me all about how you were going to get you were going to charge the prostitute.
No, she came up to me when I'm somewhat inebriated, trying to explain to a prostitute that I'm not going to pay her $150. She's going to pay me $250. Yeah. And she's going to give the cash to my wife first. She never had anybody approach that.
How's Natalie's pimp hand? Is it strong, or how does she work you out on the corner?
Oh man, she'd be starving if she was depending on me. I mean, give me a $100 bill tied around my neck, I can't get laid in a warehouse.
Oh, Joe,
that's the way it is. I'm old.
You got to work it harder, man.
Hey, one thing about getting old, it beats not.
Truer words have never been said, and that's why I'm going to write a book one day.
Oh no. So all right. So every Tuesday and Thursday now, Ryan and I are going to be part of the Wake and Bake Show, 7 to 7:45 a.m. on 98.5. And by the way, one of the biggest things is I let the cat out of the bag. Ryan's getting married soon, and we're going to be discussing that.
What?
Coming up. Oh, you don't want to. You weren't there to protect yourself for 2 weeks. You don't even want to know what I told these people about you. It's wonderful.
Well, anyway, it'll be interesting. I will do my best to answer truthfully without pleading the Fifth Amendment.
Knowledge is power.
A truer statement has never been uttered. So here's the deal: when Monica comes back with my beer, we gotta tell her it's off.
Gabe,
right?
we're on, right? No, we're not. Let it be.
We're not on.
No, leave it.
Keep it on.
We're not on. So anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. But I think it's all very interesting. It's off, Monica. It's no big deal.
Monica.
No, it's not. It's not.
Monica, too smart for me.
Hey, you know what? She's got a lovely hand, but the rest of her is gorgeous too.
Monica's gonna be our hand model.
Hey, by the way, Monica, did you hear my shout out this morning? Monica's the manager of FH Beerworks on Tejon Street. She does a great job. She's just a little bit too shy for her own good, that's all.
She's fiercely private.
Maybe there's an outstanding warrant for her. Did you ever think of that?
I mean, I could call. I had to call yesterday on a warrant. They'll tell me. Little known fact about Monica, wanted for triple homicide.
This Monica.
Yeah. But it's in Canada, so nobody cares.
Never trust the Canucks.
No, I mean,
Nobody's that nice.
No, I'm just
John
saying.
Candy said it best in the movie, Canadian
Bacon.
If you have not watched Canadian Bacon,
It's a good film.
watch it. They have designs on the lower part of the continent. We should have nuked them back in the Reagan era.
It's also Dan Aykroyd's in that movie too. He's the isn't he the president?
All the more reason.
Yeah. He's Canadian though. That's kind of the funny thing, right? Dan Aykroyd's Canadian. He's playing the American president in Canadian Bacon.
See, they infiltrated the presidency, put an unconstitutional president, non-American born in. It's already happened.
Little known fact about Barack Obama, actually born in Canada.
Barack Obama. No, that was Richard Nixon.
No, that's Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is the one who's, if he ever became president, that was always the
He's
kind of the
Cuban.
funny thing. No, but he's born in Canada.
He's Cuban.
Well, I mean, I think once you're Cuban, you're always Cuban.
Canadian
right?
Cuban?
No, but he was like born in Calgary or something. That's why I thought about that 2016 election. It was so funny.
Well, you know what? But here's the best. Donald Trump, space soldier, born in Uranus.
It's not pronounced that. It's Uranus.
Did you ever wonder what would happen if that hair of his really like formed a wing, took off? I think it would lift his head off.
I mean, it's already doing that in a way. It's called male pattern baldness, but that's
But you
just how
know,
it
but I
works.
mean, come on, how can you fault a guy with true love? After all, you look at his wife and she married him for love, baby.
That's true. I mean, that's the only reason. For some reason, I'm lovable. I don't understand it. To this day. I think it's just because I had a cute dog.
Right. I mean, it's common. I mean, look, and such a giving woman. She's pregnant with his child, and he's hanging out with a porn
pregnant.
star. No, when they were.
What?
Back when he was sleeping with Stormy Daniels.
No, so the thing is that the Stormy Daniels thing, first off, Michael Avenatti is another fun character. I mean, talk about rise and fall.
Avenatti. Okay, hey, I got news for you. When you throw fucking stones, don't live in a glass house, you asshole. Sorry.
No, it sounds like the dude just stole a bunch of money.
And besides
and
stealing
then,
money, oh my God, he did money, tax evasion, you name it.
No, but that's what it sounds like. It's like he stole a bunch of money. His clients are like, "Where's my fucking money?" And then he's like going to be a shakedown artist.
Fraudulent back loans, This sounds like.
I mean, honestly, Avenatti is a good example of like. I mean, if zeros with Avenatti. I don't know if he ever got that high.
No. But there's only so many dogs in Colorado Springs.
Right, you can't be. I don't think he ever tried to start Nike.
Food trucks showing up. New format coming very soon involving the Wake and Bake folks. Thank you all. Be well on 420.
And I like to end with be well, John Spartan.
By the way, the louder a diesel truck sounds with the bigger tires, the faster it goes.